Hello everyone, welcome. So thank you for joining me today. My name is Sophie, and my hair channel's basically about hair care, hair wellness and hair growth. So today I'm coming again on a Tuesday. I like to switch it up. So some days I'll do Sunday and some days I'll do a Thursday, but we're doing Tuesday again today. So thank you for joining me. So today I'm mostly speaking about hair moisture. So in a couple of my pre-recorded videos, I have spoken a lot about moisture products that I do use in my hair care routine. So today I kind of wanted to discuss it live because there's a lot of things that I that can easily be confused in a hair routine if done in the wrong way, essentially. So I like to get the balance of the moisture and the oils. I have very quite fine hair, so not everything works for everyone. So I'm just kind of basically saying what works for my routine, but I think it's really important to get a good moisture balance in hair care routine. So I do watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I do see there's a lot of people that kind of recommend certain oils to use, and then they do recommend the moisture, but there's in my eyes, there's a certain kind of step to take in the moisturization oil balance. So I kind of relate it to actual skincare. So with my skincare, I kind of like to, so I'm not getting build up on my skin. I'm kind of prone to breakouts and whiteheads and blackheads. So I almost compare my head of hair to actually my skincare routine. So I don't know if those of you that know, but are aware of the actual skin issue called I've forgotten what it's called now. Let me get it on my phone. So this is basically where buildup happens in the skin. And because too much oil is being produced in the skin, then that has an impact with a buildup on the skin. So it's called keratosis pilaris. And that is something that if you put too much oils or something like, I don't know, like Vaseline, then that what happens is your pores get clogged. And then after that, then you end up with what they call, not everyone does, but if you end up with a lot of oil buildup, you end up with the keratosis pilaris, and that is something that causes all kinds of skin issues. So I kind of relate it back to the scalp. So with the scalp, our scalp produces sebum. So with sebum, if you kind of put too much oils directly onto the scalp, then our scalps naturally produce sebum. So I'm just gonna, and I'm sure those of you that will know this already, our scalp naturally produces sebum, and sebum is like a natural oil, and what it does is it basically generates from the scalp. So sebum is an oily, waxy substance produced by our body's sebaceous glands, if I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. So it says it coats and moisturizes and protects your skin. So our our scalp naturally produces sebum. So I said it's also the main ingredient in what you might think as your body's natural oil. So all our hair generally needs is moisture. So if we're putting too much oils onto our hair, then we've already got the sebum. And as we know, natural hair as well, in natural hair care, the sebum doesn't travel down the whole of our strand because our strands are not straight. They're either curly or they're coily. So the more the natural hair textures, the coilier, curly types, then the sebum doesn't travel the way it's meant to. So it generally sits more at the top of our head. I don't know how far it does travel down, but it doesn't travel very far. Sometimes I know some people actually massage their scalp and they actually spread the sebum. You can't really see it, but they spread the sebum down the hair, the length of the hair. But I would kind of definitely advise is if you're doing a hair care routine where you think you're making your own oils, always maybe concentrate on the length of the rest of the hair rather than applying it directly to the scalp. And the reason I say this is because I do see a lot of advice, and this is from people who do hair care as well as a profession. They actually say, oh, don't wash your scalp, don't wash your scalp, put oils on your hair. And that's not the correct way to do it, because there's people that say, oh, well, my hair's dry, what can I do? The only thing you can do is apply moisture. Now, you want to get that balance of the moisture. You definitely don't want to go overload on the moisturization, but it's good to get a balance, I say. So I do like kind of a daily, I don't do daily moisturizing. So I do like every other day moisturizing, sometimes only twice during the week before my wash day. So I'll do a moisturize on the Sunday. Sorry, on the Monday. So on Sunday, I wash my hair. On Monday, because my hair's dried, I leave my hair to air dry. So what I do is then I follow it up with just some moisture cream, and then I leave it for till Wednesday or Thursday, and then I go in again and I renew. So you can do this in many ways. So one of the videos I'm actually bringing out this week, I'm actually doing a DIY, another moisturization, which is something where in one of my first videos, I did a moringa and aloe tea. So in this case, it's going to be something almost related to that, but not quite. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be in the form of more like an ointment, but that will be something that I'll do when I actually put it out. So there's so many ways. If you want to go the natural way, I'd say definitely use something like aloe vera. So and also be sure to make sure you're not allergic to it. I do patch testing on everything that I use just in case. So I do that. So always make sure that you're not allergic to the aloe vera. And then you can basically just blitz that up and use that as a moisturizer. And that's something that does strain it as well before you use it, because you don't want to be fishing out bits of aloe vera out of your hair. So basically with aloe vera, that does everything. It has healing qualities and everything. So with that, that's something that I use. But one thing I have been using, which has really been working with me, I have explained in my previous videos, I did try out forgotten the name now, Shea Moistures. It was a leave-in conditioner. It had apple cider vinegar in it, but because it's got apple cider vinegar, that is actually stripping the kind of nutrients out of the hair. So I use this one, Cantu. It's daily oil moisturizer. I find that this is quite light nice for my hair type, but somebody else with maybe thicker hair might want to use something like aloe vera as well in conjunction with that. So with this one, it says so it's Cantu Daily Moisturizer, and it says it's made of pure shea butter, and then I'll show you the texture. It smells really nice. It's like got like kind of a fruity kind of scent, so it's like quite creamy. It's not heavy or anything like that. So it kind of maybe goes across the board for all kind of hair textures. So what it does is you apply it and it revitalizes dry brittle hair with deep penetrating shea butter and essential oils. So it nourishes detangles, which is good, because the one thing that is important in the hair care routine that I've really noticed in my kind of hair growth is the detangling side. So I don't suffer as many knots as I used to. So once you get those knots like under control, then that is really good because it reduces the breakage and everything like that. So it nourishes and detangles to reduce split ends and breakage. It helps against damage caused by harsh weather. So that's really good. It has obviously protecting components in the cream. So this one, it says it says for relaxed, textured, and coloured and permed hair. So it's good for all different hair types. And then you can apply it to the ends of the hair, working towards the root. That's what I like to do. And then you don't have to get it on your scalp either. And if you want to, maybe as an idea, if you would want to use something on the scalp, I personally use hair fertilizer sometimes, but only use that on an odd occasion, like maybe once a week or maybe less than that. But otherwise, my scalp's just doing its thing. It's moistured, it's already got the oil with the sebum. So all I'm doing is just keeping it moisture, basically. So then it says massage a generous amount throughout wet hair. So you can leave it in wet hair and then you can style it after a few minutes. So, and it's actually got heat protectant as well, which is good. So heat protectant is something that's needed if you do want to do a blowout or add any kind of heat to it. If I'm adding heat to mine, which I haven't since August, then I like to just do a blowout because my hair's quite fine. It doesn't really need anything additional to that. But if you're going to be using something, definitely use a heat protectant. So that's something that I find really important because sometimes from what I've seen is, and this is me personally, I had a problem where my hair was clumping up very badly and I was just like, what is this? So I think that for my hair type, I shouldn't be using too much protein. So I did a protein treatment maybe, I can't remember how long ago it's been now, but it's maybe been about 4 weeks, possibly, maybe more than that. So I did a mayonnaise treatment, and that for me was one of the things where I didn't add too much of the hair mayonnaise, but I still feel it was too strong for my hair because my hair all those weeks later is still like I've had to really detangle my hair before my wash days. So protein's good for the hair maybe once in a while, but not every other week. I'd say it depends really. I'd say if you're protein sensitive, just don't go for it at all. But that's something that I'll talk about in another video of mine. But I think the moisture element is the fundamental part. And also the weather's changing a lot now. So it's like good to really nail that routine because with winter, it just dries out everything. Our hair like kind of doesn't get that moisture like it does because of the weather. So if your hair's exposed to the outside, maybe not when it's raining, but if it is exposed to the outside, then really do take care, because there's certain things that you need to do to protect your hair from the weather so it doesn't dry out. And then when your hair does dry out, then you'll need to add in more moisture. So it's really good to get that balance really of the moisture side. And our hair's higher way of life. How are you? So our hair is really like a plant. So I like to treat it like a plant, and just maybe not over. You don't need to oversaturate it in moisture, but it's really good to get our hair, just to treat your hair like a living, breathing plant. And I used to get it confused. I used to think, oh, well, if my scalp's dry, I used to treat my hair like I treat my skincare. So if I get dry, like dry arms or dry legs, the first thing I think about is, oh, maybe I'll add Vaseline or something. And that will just get rid of because when I get, all is well, thank you, Ray Life. I hope you're well too. So yeah, so if I'm adding something like Vaseline to my skin, then all I'm doing is blocking out the moisture because it acts as a protectant. It's the same thing with using like hair oils. All you're doing is you're blocking the moisture from getting into the scalp, and then our hair already produces that sebum, so it's like a really bad mix. And that's mostly what I wanted to talk about on the moisture side. And then secondly, there was, I posted it actually on my social media. So I've got my Instagram, and I posted a story about a lady who basically, I watch, I don't know if any of you do, but I watch this hairstylist named African Hair God. So he's really good. He's like, for me, it's like really good, like to see like all different kinds of videos of like people doing their hair. So this one particular lady, she actually kind of her hair was literally down to like, I don't even know how long her hair was, but she had a great length of hair, maybe down to even her, like, I don't know, down to her legs possibly. She had very, very long hair. I might link that video actually. It's a bit traumatizing, but I might link it in the video. So basically, for years, she had been using one particular product. And then she said, oh, she wanted to like just kind of try something natural and just try something different. And when you watch the video, I will link it in my description actually. When you do watch the video, it kind of breaks your heart because you're like, oh my gosh, that could be me if I do the wrong step. And it's just a big reminder to actually take basic steps in the hair care and do what actually works for your hair, because then what happened is I believe she will have to end up cutting the majority of what she'd grown. So she had like tailbone length hair. So I just wanted to say, you know what, a bit of a reminder of how important it is to not only kind of stick to what works for you if you have got a routine, or if you see some really good results that works for you. Not everything's going to work for everyone. So I like to keep the routine so simple. And I might have said it in my last week and the week before, and I might have said it in my pre-recorded ones, but that is the fundamentals. It's the whole routine, because once you use that wrong product, because when I use the hair mayonnaise, then I noticed my hair was locking up. I cannot explain it. It was like, it was literally like matted hair. And now that I know that I can't use too much protein, because again, with this lady, referring back to her, she had an allergy reaction, or not an allergy reaction, but she sensitive, her hair is sensitive to protein. So just, I think getting the oils right, getting the moisture right, getting all that balance right is so fundamental. And that's how I've really noticed the results, because I've noticed that I haven't done a blowout, a blow dry in such a long time now. So, but I can see that my hair's just growing more. It's looking more healthier. It's actually easier to wash. So, because I can see that result, I'm not going to go and change it. It's so tempting to do it, and it's so easy to look at something, a product, to say, "Oh, you know what? I really fancy trying that," even if everyone else is doing it. Because I get tempted by things I used to use a rice water, but I stopped because it was just turning my hair into paper. And the only other time that happened to me when I used this product, Mane and Tail, that was just too much protein for my hair. My hair was turning to paper and just clumping. So the rice water doesn't work for me. It will work for someone else, but I'm not going to go back and say, oh, you know what, I'm actually going to dip my toes in the water and try the rice water again, because I know it didn't work for me. And I know personally that the routine now works for me, touch wood. So I'm not going to go like then and kind of switch it around, because to actually get the results is it to get the hair growth enough, is it looks like it takes dedication, and it does take a lot, maybe not a lot of work, but it takes 5 years to grow a healthy head of hair. So I think it's important, even if your diet was if you're vegan or whatever, we all need certain nutrients, but even if you're a vegan, even if you're eating well, even if you're doing certain things in your lifestyle routine, you still need that staple hair care routine to actually see the results. So I think choose what you believe works best for you. The moisture part is the important part. Our hair is like a plant. I always say this. And just to get that right balance. So that's my topic for today. I was going to talk about something else, but because I saw that video, I was like, I have to talk about moisture. I really do, because I don't think I've spoken about it in my lives, but I have done in my pre-recorded. And then the moisture part is, I know so many people that I see, they're just on in groups that I know on like Facebook and stuff, and they're just saying, oh, I don't know what to do, my hair's dry. And then the moisture is the key. There's no secret to hair growth. There really isn't. It's just actually putting in a routine. But I'm not an expert because I'm still at the beginning. But I'm only basing it from what I've had, the results that I've had so far myself. So that's it for that topic. So I'm just going to come with some hair news. So basically, literally this week. So it's on the 11th. Today's the 13th, right? So on the 11th, in the UK, it was announced that the Liberal Democrats are calling on ministers to actually take action with people that are being discriminated against for their hair. And so I think there's going to be rules put in place where people aren't allowed to actually discriminate against hair. So there are so many stories that I've seen in schools, which is really shocking, in schools, in the workplaces where kids are either sent home because of their hair is in or not done, but our hair's natural, or I'll read something. So, Equalities Minister Liz Truss was urged to toughen guidance for schools and workplaces to stop appalling cases of Black people being sent home from school because of their afros or turned down for jobs because they have braids and cornrows. Now, I know it's locked down now for most of us, but my hair's always in twists, and that ain't coming out of twists for no one. So it's like, this is like really great to see that we are getting, I hope we do get some more movement on this, because there is the Crown Act that's happening in the US, but in the UK, something needs to be done. So it's really good to see that the Liberal Democrats are actually taking a stance, but I do hope some of that the other actual political parties do put something in place for, especially for the children, because they're the ones that are the future. They're the ones that are they have to look to us as a start to be the ones to actually set the trend. But if we're being discriminated against, then the child's not likely to be, comfortable with wearing their hair the way the way they're born. So this one, it says that they're basically trying to toughen up the rules, and I don't know how long they're going to put the measure, how long it will take to put the measures in place, but it's something that is happening, and then that's such a brilliant thing to see. And I'm seeing so many young girls now, even young boys and girls, are coming forward to say that, you know what, I've been discriminated against, and that I basically want to share my story. So it's really good news. I hope we do have some movement in it. And it'll be wonderful to see the change happening, because this is like the generations now going forward, and that change does need to happen. So yeah, thank you. So this week I'm going to be coming out with another couple of videos. So I'm going to be, I'm not sure what my subjects are going to be, but I do have everything kind of planned out, that I know that I have a choice between at least 2 for the Friday and 3 for the Sunday. So one will be out on the Friday, and then the other one will be out on the Sunday. So I do really hope that you can check out my videos. And then I'm not sure what day I'll be doing my live next week, but it might be a Tuesday again. But I'll definitely be doing a live next week. So I thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. All right, bye-bye. Take care.